Alabama's Attorney General plans to appeal a controversial decision involving teacher-student relationships. A judge ruled that a state law barring teachers from having sex with consenting students is unconstitutional. News 5's Ashley Knight explains the judge's decision and the potential impact across the state.
Circuit Court Judge Glenn Thompson says the law concerning sexual acts between teacher and student is just too broad. In the case against a former high school teacher, he says the law does not require the state to prove that the teacher used their authority to coerce the student. The 5-page decision from Thompson states, in order for justice to be served, the state must prove that the position of authority was abused to obtain consent. Thompson points out that once a student reaches the age of 16, they can consent to sex. He does still believe, however, that there should be laws to protect those who may be unable to refuse consent. Defense attorney Jeff Dean says, though, with laws already on the books, there is no need to make special laws that single out teachers specifically.
I mean, you'd have to be a Tibetan monk, Catholic nun, maybe a eunuch to be a teacher. You're not allowed to have human emotions, and so I just don't think it's fair to the teachers. And they don't need to be running amok having sexual relations with their students, but we already have laws in place for sexual misconduct.
If the decision is appealed, it will go to the Alabama Supreme Court for a ruling. If it's considered unconstitutional, then there may be recourse for those already charged. In this brief, filed by 2 Montgomery attorneys, they give an example of just how broad the current law really is. They give an example saying there's a student named Sam who's an 18-year-old freshman at the University of Alabama, Huntsville. But he works in the Dean of Students office as part of a work-study job, so he's considered technically a school employee. Meanwhile, he lives with his 18-year-old girlfriend, who is also a student at the school. But by living together, they are committing a felony under the current law. Now, we have reached out to state legislators about the future of this law, but they either did not return our phone calls or said they did not know enough about this topic to make a comment today. In the studio, Ashley Knight, News 5.